Hello grade 6 students, how are you doing? This is the last video solution for this semester. We'll be solving the worksheet number 7, talking about animal reproduction, and to be more precise, we'll be talking about reproduction in birds. What are the two modes of animal reproduction? Animals reproduce sexually and asexually. So we have an asexual reproduction and a sexual reproduction. What are stages of development of a human being? Fertilization happens inside the female's body. The sperm fertilizes the ovum. Then we'll get a zygote. The zygote divides lots of times to be an embryo. Then the period of development of the embryo inside the female's body is the gestation. And when the period when gestation is over, mammals or humans give birth to young alive. We say that mammals are viviparous organisms. What are different stages of development of a chick? 4 stages. Fertilization, then laying of the egg, incubation, keeping the egg warm, and hatching. Since the growth of the embryo happens outside of the chicken body, the egg, where the embryo is growing, has everything that an embryo needs to grow healthy and to turn into a chick. Label the diagram to describe reproduction in mammals. Males, so this is a sexual reproduction. Males produce sperms, which are the male sex cells. Male sex cells. It's enough to write sperms. And the females produce the ovum, which are the female sex cells. And it's enough to write ovum. When a sperm combines with an ovum, we say that this is fertilization happening. Fertilization is the union of the male sex cells with the female sex cells. As a result, this combination will make or produce or create a zygote, which is the egg cell, and it's the cell that will turn into a baby. Question number 2. The diagram below shows the different parts of an egg. The different parts are the yolk, the albumin, the shell membrane, and the shell. The yolk is the yellow part of the egg, and it is the food supply for the embryo. So the yolk is the food supply for the developing embryo inside the egg. The white part, which is the albumin, is the source of water and proteins for the embryo. What about the shell membranes, the shell membranes. The shell membranes act as a support for the egg, so they protect and support the embryo inside the egg. Bird's egg have a special shells. These shells have very tiny pores that let oxygen pass through to help the embryo breathe inside the egg, since it's a living thing and it needs oxygen for a good growth. So, pores shell helps the embryo get the oxygen it needs to grow. Annotate the egg diagram. We have the words in front of us: yolk, albumin, shell membranes, and the shell. Here is the germ spot, and that will turn into a chick at the end of the embryo's development. The outside, this is the white shell of the bird's egg, and it's the part that lets oxygen pass through to help the embryo breathe in the inside. This is the white part of the egg called the albumin. The albumin is a source of water and proteins for the developing. Around the germ spot, we have the yellow part, which acts like a food supply for the embryo, and this part is called the yolk. Under the shell, we have the shell membranes that support the embryo growing in the inside of the egg. Determine if this egg is fertilized or not. Did you see the germ spot? Here is the germ spot. This spot will turn or will develop into a chick. It will grow and develop into a chick. This means that we have an egg cell right here. We have a tiny cell that will grow into a baby. This means that this egg is fertilized. So, the presence of a germ spot, the presence of the egg cell, determines or demonstrates that the egg is fertilized. An egg without a germ spot isn't fertilized. Fertilization happens when a sperm combines with the ovum, when a male sex cell combines with the female sex cells, resulting in a germ cell, in an egg cell that will turn into an embryo, into a baby egg. So this is a fertilized egg since it shows a germ cell that will grow and turn into a baby. Each time I ask you to determine, don't forget to justify your answer. This is a fertilized egg since it shows a germ spot that will grow and develop inside the egg into a chick. And that's it. We're done. For more questions, feel free to ask. Goodbye.